We're in the studio of Shades of Green, getting ready to go live. We have Louise, and we have the UNLV Solar Decathlon team. Say hello. And then, of course, we have our host, Paul Ira. Smile pretty for the camera, Paul. We're just getting ready to go live, and hold on and be ready to get your questions ready for the team. We'll have an update on legislation from Louise, and then we're going to hear all about the very exciting accomplishments that our UNLV Solar Decathlon team has. Just waiting for a commercial, and it looks like we're going to be going live in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Good morning. This is Shades of Green on KDWN 720 AM in Las Vegas. Our show is produced by Green Alliance, and I'm your host, Paul Ira. Our guests today are Louise Helton from One Sun Solar, and we have three UNLV students, Adam Beta Medehin, Valentina Alian, Nasko Balachiev. And we have also Annette Boubec in the studio, who's our producer. And we also have Stan Hannell from Drive Clean Energy Las Vegas. Welcome, everybody.
Thanks.
So today we're going to have a few different topics. We're going to talk about legislation updates and these kind of things. Annette is recording us live for Facebook, so if any of you folks following us on Facebook would like to ask any questions, you can get a hold of Annette through her Facebook page. And if you have any questions for Louise or Stan or any of our students, you can call in on 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-KDWN. So we'll start out with Louise. Our main topic is legislation and focus on energy. We're now 2 weeks into the legislation, and Louise, please give us some highlights. Enlighten us.
Well, you know, energy policy is something that doesn't excite just everybody, but I'm just totally excited about it. It's really wonderful, and this session promises to deliver so much. We have so many opportunities coming our way. So
I'm
the
giddy
more
with
people,
goosebumps, so
well, I'll tell you, I am. You know, the session is still really young, and the committee that I'm really watching is the Energy Committee. And the Energy Committee is a subcommittee of the Commerce and Labor Committee, and it's going to be meeting every Monday and Wednesday for everybody to participate who gets as excited about energy policy as I do. You can actually follow along because they're going to be teleconferencing everything, so you can go online and watch. So they come on Mondays and Wednesdays at 4 o'clock.
And how would people find you?
They just
Or
have to
find
go
the legislation.
online to the Nevada Legislative website, and they can follow the prompts to get there.
Okay.
So it's really, I mean, I could even do it. I watched with great interest what they did last Monday. They had their first kickoff session, I guess you could call it, with something that Rose McKinney James presented to the committee, because not everybody comes to these committees, you know, with an in-depth knowledge of energy and how we got to where we are today. So it was really wonderful that the very first session of the year, they started off with what they call Energy 101, and she brought a very great panel of folks who gave all the legislators a real good primer on what energy policy it consists of, what some of the bills are this session, or at least where the background of a lot of these bills is going to come from, so that not only did it give them good information, it brought together some really wonderful local and national resources that the legislators can then go ask information, for more information on some of these topics, whether it was renewable energy or energy efficiency. They had the director of policy from the National Organization of the United States Green Building Council, for example. We had they had Jessica Scott from Vote Solar, who gave a great presentation. They also had Jennifer Taylor here from Clean Energy Project. So it was, and Bo Balzar from Bombard. They had a really great panel of folks who gave some really wonderful basic information for everybody to start making their decisions from. So.
Good. Can you give us an idea of some of the bills that are being considered?
Yes. Well, first of all, I have to talk about my very favorite bill, which is AB 5. AB 5 is a bill that is, it's going to enable our PACE legislation that has been enacted so far, but has never been able to actually go into effect because of small wording changes that have needed to be made. And that PACE legislation is front and center. It's been recommended by the Governor's Committee, his task force on energy. It's been lauded by energy experts all over the state. So we're really hopeful that this time it will happen. And for those who don't know what PACE is, it's the
Property assessed clean energy?
Property assessed clean energy financing, exactly. And basically what you do when you want to take on an energy efficiency project, or maybe you want to put renewable energy on either your home or your business, a lot of people have a hard time financing that stuff. It's like, where do you get the money up front to do it? And what PACE would allow you to do is actually get a loan that is not tacked onto your mortgage or the actual property value, but more on the property value based on exactly what your assessment is, and it becomes part of your tax assessment. So it's attached to the property in that way, and therefore you're paying your payments along with your taxes instead of a separate loan payment. So it wraps everything very nicely. It's very easy to get the upfront financing that way, and it will make the difference between having people have a lot of access to energy efficiency opportunities in renewable energy and struggling with the difficulty of getting things financed today.
And one of my associates, Tim Farkas, is working with banks to set up a green bank that will be making these loans. And so
Tim is a rock star.
He
Don't
is.
just talk about your wonderful coworker Tim Farkas without saying that he is really amazing, because we wouldn't be where we are with PACE if it hadn't been for Tim's hard work over all these years. You're right.
I couldn't achieve what I do without him either. He is a wonderful individual and a very bright financier.
Yes, he is.
He's talking with several banks that are putting together the Green Bank that would loan the money for the PACE project. So there's going to be a pool
And
of money for this.
The Green Bank, there's actually legislation for the Green Bank that's going to be in an omnibus bill that Senator Spearman is putting together. The PACE financing can work without the Green Bank, but it will work, I think, better if we have a green banking initiative, and the green banking initiative can actually be housed in our Governor's Office of Energy, and that way we have a statewide oversight of a new financial product that will then make it a lot more available for every county, whether you're in a big county or a small little place where there's not that many people, as we have many of in this state. They'll really make it a very equal opportunity thing for people to take advantage of energy efficiency and renewable energy.
Well, if AB 5 is your favorite bill, what are your other second and third favorite bills?
Well, there's another really good bill for community solar that's going to be introduced. And community solar is an opportunity for folks who, like, if you think of folks who live in a condo, stairs has all the roof space, so what do? Well, with community solar, you have an opportunity for installations of solar arrays to be made in a community or collaborative way, and people can then have the access to the savings of their energy from a direct investment into that installation that's done. Maybe on a, if you're living in a condo project, it could be, that you could put solar on all of the carport structures or what have you. So you take a community array like that, and everybody puts in whatever they can, and they, you know, if you can afford one solar panel, you pay for one solar panel. If you can put in 15, you put in 15, and then you get the benefit of whatever you've invested in. So it's a wonderful, really collaborative, very democratic process of getting more people to have solar. It's very exciting.
Thanks, Louise. We're going to take a little break here and hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back and talk with our students from UNLV.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, everybody, we're going to take a break, come back, look for the next segment.